morning, welcome back. It's just gone 10 to 8. Still to come after 8 o'clock this morning, we'll have all your latest news, traffic, travel and weather. But first, did you know that bad posture can sometimes affect the rest of your well-being? I'm all of a sudden very aware of how I'm sat. MyoFascial release technique is a relatively new therapy which helps to realign the body's building blocks and improve posture.
Well, here to explain is Christian Platt's MyoFascial release practitioner and Gelly Berg, who recently completed a course of treatment. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Good to see you again, sir.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate from last time you were in, can you tell us how this procedure works?
Yeah, so I mean, firstly, I think the point I'd like to get across is that what fascia is. I think it's difficult to often show, to describe and ask you to visualise about what fascia is. So I've brought a bit of a prop to show
Good
you
man,
all.
yeah.
A raw chicken?
It is, I'm afraid. Any
In fact.
vegetarians, anybody eating your breakfast right now might be wanting to look away, but if we peel back the skin,
Yeah.
I've kind of pre-cut this, we can see that when we get underneath the skin, we've got this thick, well, not thick, but durable...
Like a membrane?
Membrane, yeah.
Ah.
And this is what dictates... I don't know if the camera can...
Yeah, you can, yeah. Just hold it.
See that there, that was perfect.
You see, this is fascia, and this fascia is what dictates the shape of our bodies. If you imagine that this is going on underneath our skin, and it contains our body, if there's restrictions somewhere along the way, and potentially the thickened, restricted fascia becomes like in this state, then it's going to be pulling the structures all out of sync.
So that's what dictates, I suppose, how we stand, how we hold our bodies, how we find it comfy.
Yeah, and if you imagine muscles hold the skeletal system in place, so as such, if the fascia surrounds the muscles, then the fascia is going to dictate the shape of the muscle. So it's like the missing link in a lot of treatments, and we've been working with Gelly here for the past 12 months now. It's taken quite a process, but we've got there in the end.
Well, we've got a picture, actually, of Gelly beforehand. I know, Gelly, that you're a vocal coach, so you're particularly aware of how posture can affect what you do for a living, I suppose. There you are before and after. There's quite a remarkable difference there. How did you find the whole treatment?
Well, at first I found it exceedingly painful, I have to confess, and poor old Christian had to put up with a lot of me saying, "Ah, don't do it," because particularly on my legs, apparently there was a lot of scar tissue. Well, I had a car accident when I was 14, and also my ankles used to turn over, so the body had apparently developed all the scar tissue to protect it, and I actually thought that was normal. So the first thing I noticed was that my legs were starting to streamline, and the leg that was really thickened because of the car accident was starting to look like the other leg. So that was the first surprise. Very, very quickly noticed a difference in my shoulder and neck posture, because I'd always been sort of curved over, as you could see in the photos. And suddenly I didn't have to make an effort anymore. I was just straighter. So as an overall feeling, it was really, really nice, because I just felt more confident.
Well, Christian, how did you implement this procedure? I mean, Gelly said it was very, very painful. Presumably you didn't peel back the skin like you done. I've gone in there. So what do you actually do? Is it like massage?
It is a manual therapy technique, so it's remedially working with my hands to release the structures that are potentially pulling everywhere. So it's, you know, it's a twofold. As you've seen with the chicken, we've got the layer on the superficial level. So just beneath the skin, you've got this structure in place that dictates our form. And then each muscle has its own little membrane that surrounds the muscle to dictate the shape of the muscle. So we're working on a deeper level too. So it's actually hands-on, sinking onto the muscle, sinking through the superficial fascia, sinking onto the deep fascia, releasing the fascia, and as such dictate, you know, creating a new form for each muscle.
All sounds very complicated. We are running out of time almost, but I know we were speaking to you a little bit earlier, and unless obviously there's a medical reason as to why you have a bad posture, you can pretty much cure this for anybody, can't you?
I've worked with people with scoliosis, you know, that's the curvature of the spine, and straightened it up. I've worked with, you know, as much as people's noses, you know, people's noses tend to deviate one direction or the other, and you can release the structures on the surface to actually straighten up pretty much anything.
Gosh, I wish we had more time. I'm fascinated.
Yeah,
How can we
it
get
is.
more information, though, for people at home? It's kind of tickled their fancy. Your website's on there. Can people
Yeah,
get
have
in
a
touch
look on the
with you there?
website. We've got details on there. We've got therapists throughout the country as well. So if you're looking outside of Manchester, we do have. We actually teach a training course, and we've got a backlog of details of all the therapists in the country. So we're trying to get the word out there and get people.
It's quite a long word as well, MyoFascial. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
It's a good one, though, I must admit. It's fascinating how we're starting to learn more about our bodies.
Yeah.
It seems to be all the time with advent of new technologies and new ideas and getting
Yeah.
things. It's fantastic. Thank you very much for coming
thank
in.
you.
Truly
very much to
interesting.
both
Gelly,
of you.
thank you very much for coming in as well. We'll be back after this short break with all the latest traffic, travel, news and weather. See you soon.